What if Sanemi killed Nezuko at the beginning of the anime? Will Tanjiro could have withstood this horrible scene of his sister's slaughter, or would he have taken moves? Most importantly, will the story of the Demon Slayer progress the same, or will it progress differently? I found out 3 different theories about how the anime could continue if Sanemi killed Nezuko at the beginning of it. Make sure to watch it till the end, because the last theory is the darkest and most interesting. In the first theory, we will discuss why Sanemi kills Nezuko. We all know the answer to that, but let's rewind it. During the Hashira meeting, Tanjiro, along with his demon sister Nezuko, was presented in front of the upper-class swordsman. They hadn't in their life seen a case where a human turned into a demon and still joined the human side. So obviously, they were all pretty considerate of demon Nezuko. Nearly all of them didn't accept her on their side and wanted her dead. But there was one person who supported this proposal more than anyone else. Yep, you guessed that right, it was Sanemi. Of course, his backstory was pretty tragic. He had to take the life of his own mother, who had turned into a demon, and he did that just to protect the common human, and also restrain her mother from unconsciously hurting others. Seeing Nezuko might have given him flashbacks, and he immediately considers the option of killing Nezuko himself if Tanjiro is too incompetent to complete this task. On the showing side, he might be laughing and mocking all the time, but we all know he's also a softie on the inside, and he does certain things to protect the people he loves. This action was no exception. Unfortunately, he also got a headbutt from Tanjiro for considering this, but even though he took out his sword, drenched it with his own blood and proposed it to Nezuko. If Nezuko had taken a sip out of it, he would have surely killed her, but seeing Nezuko restraining her demon needs and desires truly shocked her, and that was the point when Sanemi gave up on killing Nezuko. But the actions taken by Nezuko could have been different. In the case of her drinking the blood and Sanemi killing her, we have 3 interesting theories. In the first theory, Sanemi's impulsive decision to kill Nezuko results in unforeseen consequences. Without Nezuko, Tanjiro loses his primary motivation for becoming a demon slayer. He never learns about his family's Kagura dance and the Hinokami Kagura, both of which play crucial roles in his development. With the demon slayer corpse missing critical information about Muzan Kibutsuji, they struggle to make progress in their fight against demons. The story might focus on a different protagonist who takes Tanjiro's place, but their journey is significantly more challenging due to the absence of Nezuko's unique abilities and her healing blood. And of course, we have many casualties. Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Yuzui. Without Tanjiro, they would not have been able to withstand against Upper Moon 6. Taki and her brother Gyutaro would have easily killed the trio at the Entertainment District. Moving on to the Swordsmith Village arc, Mitsuri would have also easily died at the hands of Hen Tengu. Sanemi's brother, Janya, suffered the same fate, which Moichiro survived. In this timeline, it is Moichiro instead of Tanjiro who gets the sword derived from Yorishi's puppet. As a result, Muzan's dominance over the demon world remains unchallenged for a more extended period. One by one, all the Hashiras would also have fallen. Tanjiro would have moved on with life, and he perhaps would have started his own family at some time, learning and teaching his father's dance, also known as Hinokami Kagura. With no demon conquering the sun, Muzan will stumble for centuries again in search of the blue spider lily. Maybe decades later, he would raid Tanjiro's descendant house again, turning someone into a demon and realizing their true potential of conquering the sun. Or the story would end with another hero like Yorichi taking spot and decapitating the notorious Demon King once and for all. But that's just one of the 3 theories. Theory number 2 is where it gets interesting. In this theory, we explore the idea that after Sanemi's impulsive decision to kill Nezuko, he deeply regrets his actions. Overwhelmed by guilt and the realization of the gravity of his mistake, Sanemi embarks on a personal journey of atonement and redemption. This transformation in his character is at the heart of this theory. After realizing that Nezuko is not a mindless demon but rather a unique and compassionate one who protects humans, Sanemi's guilt weighs heavily on him. He becomes tormented by the knowledge that he attempted to kill a girl who poses no harm to humanity. This guilt serves as a catalyst for his redemption. He recalls the moments when he had to take the life of his very own mother. What was the cause of it? And when he doesn't find the same cause in killing Nezuko, he becomes a softie, not just on the inside, but also on the outside. Sanemi seeks out Tanjiro Kamado and his companions knowing that they have a shared goal: to defeat Muzan Kibutsuji and protect humanity from demons. He believes that joining their cause is a way to make amends for his previous actions and to put his Hashira skills to use for a noble cause. For this purpose, we get to witness a whole new timeline. Sanemi gets actively involved with Tanjiro's group. However, upon finding Tanjiro and his group, Sanemi faces skepticism and resistance. Tanjiro in particular is understandably wary of him due to their prior encounter. The initial stages of Sanemi's redemption arc involve overcoming this mistrust and proving his sincerity. As Sanemi demonstrates his commitment to the mission, he gradually earns the trust of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and the other members of the Demon Slayer Corps. Somehow, Tanjiro also doesn't leave the Demon Slayer Corps in this timeline, and he finds another reason to fight the great threat of Muzan. His expertise as a Hashira becomes invaluable in their battles against the Upper Moons and Muzan Kibutsuji. Throughout this journey, Sanemi comes to realize the significance of family bonds, mirroring Tanjiro's deep connection with his sister Nezuko. This realization prompts him to reflect on his own relationships with his family, particularly with his younger brother, Genya. Sanemi's character development also involves reconciling with his past and striving to be a better brother and protector. Overall, this theory emphasizes the themes of forgiveness and redemption, showcasing how a character who made a grave mistake can evolve and seek to make amends. Sanemi's journey from a harsh and unforgiving Hashira to a redeemed and heroic figure underscores the capacity for personal growth and transformation in the face of one's past wrongs. And here we are on the last theory, where we get to experience a really dark ending. When Sanemi kills Nezuko, he's taken back by everyone. Literally everyone in the Demon Slayer Corps starts hating him, and well, there's never an end to it. It increases so more that even our kind-hearted Kagaya Yubuyashiki is also affected by it. He makes the ultimate decision to kick out Sanemi from the Demon Slayer's corpse. Deeply hurt by the actions, Sanemi is sad, depressed, but most importantly, enraged. In his own rage, he goes to the woods and encounters an Upper Moon. Probably it's Doma whom he encounters. Knowing Doma, he tries to calm down Sanemi in a not-so-polite way. He toys Sanemi, which raises the fear on his rage even more. Sanemi attacks Doma, completely out of his mind and without a cool mind to make strategic moves. He ends up being the killed one, but not really. He actually becomes a demon, and one so powerful that he climbs the rank of the demons like no one has ever seen in history. In just under a month, he devours villages upon villages, killing every human being crossing his way, and we know demons, they get more powerful after every human feast. At the Mugen Train incident, Sanemi has already replaced an Upper Moon, and it's no other than Akaza, the great martial arts user demon. Akaza is replaced by someone who has an even more fury of battle in him. At the Mugen Train incident, instead of Akaza, Sanemi encounters Rengoku. He loses his life, but somehow he manages to protect his disciples, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. During the fight, Rengoku tried his best to bring back Sanemi to his true self. He reminded him of the good old days when he was a Hashira and protected people, but sadly, he's not affected by a single word coming out of Rengoku's mouth. By now, everyone realizes the grave mistake they made and the fatal outcome of it, but even more, they now know what needs to be done. Genya, above all, is even more pumped up now. He trains harder and climbs up the ranks of the Demon Slayers until he becomes a Hashira. He vows to kill his demon brother at the end for the greater good. Meanwhile, the entertainment district takes place, and since there's no Nezuko to heal Yuzoi's fatal wounds, he tragically dies. At the final showdown, we have a lack of strength on the Demon Slayer's side, but Sanemi's brother Genya fills this space. While everyone is in the fight, Genya asks everyone to stay out of his fight. He's only in the fight for his brother Sanemi. After a long and destructive battle between brothers, it comes to an end. Sanemi dies at the hands of his brother Genya, who also dies due to fatal wounds sustained. But in their final moments, they hug each other. Sanemi begs for forgiveness, crying and sobbing, while Genya gives him hope for a new star better than this one. The other Demon Slayers also conclude their fight with Muzan, and the battle marks Muzan's defeat, but of course, with many casualties. But what would have happened if Nezuko was not turned into a demon? Well, that's a story for this other video. Click on it to see it. Click it.